Hey everybody. I hope everyone's doing good today. I wanted to make a two-part video talking about two separate things. One being the strange concept of having mandatory respect for military individuals such as myself. I'm a veteran. I was in the United States Marine Corps from 2011 to 2015. So that's the first topic I'll get into. The second topic I'll get into afterwards is going to be the misconception that just because there's all these things about military spending that somehow some way military individuals get all this money and all these exciting tools and things. And that's just another misconception I wish to fix. Now, the first thing, you do not have to give mandatory respect to people like me. You don't even have to be kind to me. Would it be preferred? Yeah, I mean, it would be nice. It's always good to do unto others as you would want done unto you. That's my personal belief. But that's, again, why I believe also in the First Amendment. You're allowed to do, say, think whatever you like, so long as you don't harm another individual, and that harm is not emotional harm, obviously, because you can fuck off. In the Marine Corps, your emotions you're not even allowed to have emotions. You're practically just a robot slave. You just obey. So, again, I care less about what people say about me. But yes, that's the beauty of the First Amendment. You do not have to give mandatory respect to military individuals. It is ridiculous to believe that somehow, some way, by standing for the Pledge of Allegiance, suddenly I'm immediately respected. And that if you don't, then somehow you're disrespecting me. I'm not disrespected. By no means. I'm actually disrespected when people do this and force others to do so. That's not what I decided to join for. I decided to join for the sake of the Constitution of the United States of America. And, well, obviously, with the benefits, quote-unquote benefits, that come with it. It had nothing to do with getting a bunch of people to give me free drinks, or getting laid, or, people treating me like I'm something higher than everyone else, just a notch, just a peg, even though oftentimes I get one or the other. Sometimes I get people call me baby killers. I don't know even why the fuck they would call me that, and never deployed. So, and I've not helped anyone get an abortion, so I've had no hand in that, in my opinion. However, there was a munitions package, several of them, that went out that I'm fairly sure went to ISIS, so in my opinion, that blood is on my hands. And I pray to God every day for it, to cleanse myself of that. And I know that, regardless of what people say, that still happens. And that needs to stop. But anyways, first and foremost, the first thing I brought up, main reason why I bring it up, you do not have to give respect. There's no such thing. Do not give mandatory respect. If someone is a respectful individual, respect that individual. Do respect. That's what I mean. If they are good, treat them good. If they are bad, treat them bad. This is the only way that an individual can get reflection on who they are. If they're always treated like shit, they're going to treat others like shit. If they're always treated good, generally speaking, if they're a good-hearted person, they then treat others good. Do unto others as you would want done unto you. Okay? Golden rule. Second thing I'm going to get into. The amount of money that goes into the military does not go to people like me. It really doesn't. They penny pinch so far and so much with us in the Marine Corps that more often than not we had to get hand-me-downs from the Army. We had to get our paychecks, or in general money that goes to our paychecks, from the Navy, because we're a subsect to the Navy. We're not, yes, we're our own quote-unquote branch, but we don't have a 5-star general. People forget that. So because of that, we are only a subsect under the Navy. With that aside, in general, the military pays all of their people a little differently, but overall pretty shittily. You don't make a whole lot of money unless you're in the what we like to call the chair force, because they're usually sitting on their asses. But again, jokes aside, money is something that is generally given to higher ups, usually of the non-enlisted sense. That means those are the people that are either contract or officers. Those people get they get wicked money, okay? They get the kind of money where it's just like, yeah, I'll get dirty, I'll get bloody hands, I don't mind. It doesn't come to people like me. When I was a corporal, I got paid less than a fry cook. The only person who got paid much as a fry cook at McDonald's would be a sergeant with kids, because he has to get paid more per kid. Actually, you only get paid, I think, up to 2 kids. If you have more than 2 kids, then you're kind of fucked. You know? And you have to be married. If you're not married, then they just take half your paycheck and send it to her anyways. So, clearly, we don't get paid much. Gear is crappy. Generally run down, old. They only recently updated our military gear. For the longest time, if you're not deployed, you would get gear from Vietnam. That is the absolute truth. I had gear that was so salted from people sweating into it that you could scrape the salt off of it if you wanted to and add it to your meal. It was disgusting. Because, again, they didn't really maintain these things. They just held onto it in boxes and then just reuse and reuse and reuse and reuse. Oh, and then if you miss if those get stolen from you or it goes missing for whatever reason, they take double the actual price of it from your paychecks. So I remember at one point I was ordered to leave my gear at a unit, and then they held onto it, saying that they're holding onto it for me, but I went and checked with them. It was a fucking lie. They immediately just started handing it off to their NCOs, staff NCOs, officers, anyone who was missing gear or who wanted extra gear. They took my shit. And I had to spend over $2,000 out of my money that I was supposed to get, went to pay for that shit. Even though I had written statements saying that it was taken from me and I was ordered to leave it, no one cared. Not a single one. Because shit rolled downhill. It doesn't roll uphill, it rolls down. If you're of low ranking, you get shat on. Alright, so most money that goes into the military does not go to the military forces. I'm going to tell you again, it does not go to the military forces. If you think that it's a good idea to send more tax dollars to the war effort, you're stupid. I love you, but you're stupid. It goes to fuckheads who stuff that money away for themselves. I'm going to say it again. It goes to fuckheads that stuffs the money away. Stop sending tax dollars to nowhere. The only other money that gets spent on are on drones and explosives that blow people up that have nothing to do with terrorism. This is why I'm on here. This is why, so I can dispel all these stupid beliefs that people have in the military. It is not an honorable thing. It is not like Modern Warfare where you get to fucking be some badass and be like, yeah, I'm killing bad guys. No. More often than not, you're fucking practically drinking yourself to death because of all the depression and all the fucking pent up steam and stress that you have in your fucking life. And then knowing your friend blows his head away because he's done with this shit. Literally knowing about Marines that jump off the fucking barracks building because they're just done with life. The amount of fucking marriages that break down in the military simply because no one can keep their dick or vagina in their fucking pants. You know how ridiculous that is? This immoral society is so ridiculous that military members hate their lives, and that is normal. Alright, rant over. Those are 2 things. 1, no need for mandatory respect. Stuff it where the sun don't shine. As in golden rule, treat it the way it is. 2, stop sending money to the military-industrial complex, which only feeds schmucks that don't need nothing for no one. Rant over. God bless, good luck, let's end these wars, and bring our people home.